like 8 years or something. Like 8 years. Like for a long time, we did it for about 8 years. The first 3 years, we sort of just performing in churches, in our church as well. And I think in 2012, we had a show called Identity, which in our church, which was just massive. Like we packed up the church. You know that?
I can still see the Facebook post.
You know that New Year's Eve in churches, that was overflow. That's how it was massive, man. We were just shocked by that. I think that after that, we were like, let's really do this.
Was it really like advertised every Sunday, like Identity?
No,
in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks?
No, not even. No. It's just us that promoted it, you know. That Facebook back then was the popular thing. So
at the time we were in like college and stuff
college
like that,
as well.
so everything was like, everybody in your college, oh yeah, you lot coming.
Yeah. So that was massive. So we done that in 2012. Then we performed that Identity again the following year at another venue in Luton. Because they asked us to come perform it there. Shout out Word of Faith Centre. And then the year after, we just doing our performances. In 2015, we done our first actual theatre performance. So that's when we made the transition into an actual theatre company. And that was Out of Darkness. We sold that out. The following year, we done Identity in it. The following year, then we done 2 nights, that was 650 seats. We sold that out.
How was that?
We sold that out. Shout out Questers Theatre. It showed us so much love. Like, listen, it's hard to get theatres, you know, on board. It's hard to get theatres on board, man. It's hard. So shout out Questers Theatre and Ealing. I did a proper professional theatre, so it wasn't like just a stage, a room, a stage. You know?
That's why I saw those money boys sitting at the front, bro.
What's mad as well, when I'm on stage, especially that particular performance that you were talking about, I'm in it, but at the same time I'm looking around, like I'm trying to look for people's reactions, I'm looking at the audience and stuff like that. And when you see people that aren't black, and we know for sure that I didn't invite you, you just came, it's like a whole nother, it's like, okay, people actually coming in it. There's a whole nother sort of a sick sort of feeling. My name is Emmanuel, part of obviously YIA as well. As Shea said, we've been doing this for a long time, probably since we were like 15, 16, now 25 years old. Again, like you said, just taking a transition from performing in churches into theatre, just trying to do a lot more of theatre pretty much. We dabbled in, we did a web series as well with A Love Like This. That was last year. Last year, that was also just another good experience. So pretty much just trying to do everything really, man. Just trying to put our feet in different waters.
And these men are serious, you know, because like me and Shea went to uni together. We lived together for 3 years. Bro,
3 whole years.
3 whole years. The brotherhood was solidified there, fam. And these guys will be on Skype to all hours of the night talking about the play and how we're gonna work this and everything is in-house.
Everything is in-house.
So Joy is the writer and director as well. So like, what do you think drew such a crowd to your first performance? Like, because you guys aren't just an ordinary like theatre company. You know, you've got a lot of Christocentric themes and stuff, and it's Christian based. So why do you feel like in an age where a lot of people say, young people aren't interested in church and those kind of things, why do you think your play related to it?
I think it's just because of the themes in it and the fact that it was just kind of so real, innit? And what we want to do is we kind of just want to show just the reality of things, innit? Not trying to like paint a perfect sort of picture of people and of Christians and stuff like that, because obviously we're Christians, but Christians, it just means that we know that we're flawed, and we now know that we have a saviour.
Right.
It doesn't mean that that's the only difference between us and you. It doesn't mean that we don't still encounter the same issues, have the same problems, and putting it into a play is kind of like you seeing those messages in a different sort of format. And it's a very open and very like unapologetic in when tackling certain issues. So like suicide, addiction, sex, just everything you kind of just go through, innit? You don't really see those things kind of played out to you like on a stage. So it's something a bit different. And I think as well like it not being in a church setting as well, for some people that may take away some sort of intimidation, because I guess obviously people have perceptions of Christians because of the way obviously certain Christians are in it, so you wouldn't even want to step foot in the church. So I remember I did like I went away last year for 2 weeks and did like some show in like Oxford, and like a lot of the people were just like white, middle class, and a lot of them were gay as well, innit? So because obviously in theatre there's loads of gay people and stuff. So yeah, that's cool, no problem with me. We can whatever, we're cool. But we like around Oxford obviously it's very historic and stuff. So we were walking around now, and then we've gone into a church, and then the gay guy's like, oh my god, I'm gonna burst into flames. And he said it as a joke, innit? But me as a Christian, to me that's not funny. That's not funny, man, because that's where else you're supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? And they feel as if that they can't even step in those settings, let alone kind of come and watch a program in there. You know what I'm saying? So when it's kind of like taken out of the quote unquote church building, but the church is obviously where the people are, but the quote unquote church building, you feel more comfortable coming to watch a play as opposed in a theatre as opposed to you coming to watch a play in the church, just because of those sort of stigmas and stuff.
Completely agree. Why do you think that? Why did you choose that medium? Like, because you guys could do, like, you know, we see a lot of Christian music, like rap and writing or books or whatever. Why did you decide to do live performance in theatre?
It's just something we're passionate about.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think it was something that we actively said, you know, we wanna. Well, to be fair, the way we started, it's just like we just loved it, man. And I remember it started off internal in church, and we had a fight with like our like youth leaders about that as well. we were pushing all that. We want to start something. We want to start something, and that's what our passion is. And it was obviously a bit of a, because we were young, so we were actually quite young then.
16.
So they were just there was an in-house fight, and we all say no, we want to go out of the church. We want to perform outside. We don't want to just be in these walls, innit? Obviously that caused a bit of a kerfuffle, but eventually we just, not that we said no, we're just going to do it anyway, but we sort of came to some sort of agreement that we're going to serve outside, but still somehow serve inside as well. Do you know what I mean? So we even started a younger group called Truth, and they were like meant to be like the young version of us. Then it just happened that we just joined again, so we just joined up. So now all of them are YIA. Do you know what I mean? So there's no Truth anymore. So if you look into identity, half the cast were Truth. Do you get me? So half of those casts were like in uni or just about to go to uni, which is mad.
I think I remember. What was that play that we came to watch?
The one with ID. Yeah, ID.
Yeah.
So
I remember seeing a lot of youngers.
Yeah. So a lot of them were even younger, which is, do you know what I mean? We didn't anticipate that, but thank God that's how it panned out. So yeah, man, we just said, you know what, this is something we love doing and we enjoy doing it. So let's just go for it, really.
I got a bunch of people in share.
I don't know many people got votes with me share.
What about that in deep voice? But it's true, a lot of people have grievances with me. I don't know why, bro.
See the play that we went to go and watch last year, yeah? And a man killed his father, but and then your brother went to jail. Obviously not you, your character.
Oh,
what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Man, buried me in the plot. What about them? I ain't watched it, bro. I never watched it, but fam, yeah, man, that play, that OTD, Out of the Darkness is
I can relate to that.
You know what's mad about that play, because that beat art at its finest, isn't it? And I don't mean to say that in like that it was an excellent play, but in terms of it being conceptual, thank you, man. In terms of that it being conceptual, that was really beat art. Do you know what I mean? Whereas our other plays are very much, you can relate to it. Like it's like, you know, it's from our settings, it's from our backgrounds. Whereas OTD was very much like, was very out there. Do you know what I mean? So
and with OTD, that was a play that was very kind of like relatable. Like everybody can identify with that room, innit? And whatever put you in that room is like, it can be anything. You know what I mean? It can just be anything. And again, it's one of those things where when we were going out and kind of like speaking to people to try and get people to come to the play, just saying that, right, okay, anybody could be in this particular room. You see what I'm saying? And for us, obviously, the way out is Jesus, and we point to the light. And the reality of the play as well is that the fact that somebody ended up staying in there because in real life, not everybody.
That's something about our plays, and I feel like it reflects us. So if you actually meet us as individuals, you'll clock why our plays are the way we are. Because not that we're outcasts of Christianity, but a lot of our views don't necessarily align with the typical views, the mainstream views. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of our plays, they don't really have a happy ending. You know what I mean?
It's not like that.
No, that's true.
They don't really have happy endings, man. Like some of them is like OTD, someone stayed in the room. Do you get me? They stayed in that sort of place of depression and, you know, like living in their mistakes and not getting over their mistakes and literally just letting that take over because that's the reality, man. Do you get me? So, yeah, man, that's something about our group as well, that if you meet our group as well as individuals, our writer, that Joy as well, Edward, our director, like, do you get me? You'll sort of see why those themes come through in our plays, man.
Sure.
How long does it take to put a show together? Like rehearsal time from writing to...
So writing-wise, like,
Writing is the longest.
Joy's been writing this for like
a long time.
over a year, I think. She's writing this for over a year.
Jumala specifically.
Jumala, she's writing
it's
this for over a
like
year.
balancing. So when we were younger, because we're just in uni. So in uni, in college, you can write. Yeah, you gotta write sick. But now, you have work. Do you know what I mean? And you actually have to do your work as well. And like, yeah, man. So balancing the two, especially with Dre, writing and stuff like that, it's a longer, much longer process.
I'll probably say about, in terms of, if we include the writing, which is the longest period, it's probably like a year, 8 months, 6 months. Probably a year, 6 months.
And rehearsing is probably about 2-3 months.
Yeah, like consistently, like fire, sort of like, you know, 3-4 times a week. You just keep going. And obviously, we do things in between. You get me? So we've got another, what's it, the Melanin Festival.
Yeah, we got another Melanin Festival.
We got Melanin Festival to perform at. What date is that?
On the 4th of August. 4th of August. We did a play called Tell Me More Lies. Yeah, so that's going to be dope as well. So obviously we're doing, and I'm in that as well. I'm in this.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And obviously Dre's writing that and she's directing this. So just trying to juggle just loads of things.
How do you manage life?
It's the love of it, man. It's the love of it.
That's why we're back from LA. That's why we're back from LA.
We would have stayed in. We would have stayed in.